We've heard earlier on speeches from Dr. Omar of Bursa as well as Ruzi of CGS-CIMB. May I now present a speech, the opening or the keynote speech by the chairman of Bursa Malaysia, Sri Abdul, Wahid, Omar. Tan Sri, thank you for taking time to speak with us. Let's hear you out.
Well, thank you, Encik Ibrahim Sani, our host for the day. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Puan Ruzi Rani, the CEO for CGS-CIMB Securities, our distinguished panel of speakers, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Muhammad Omar Swift, CEO Bursa, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning. It is indeed my honor and pleasure to be able to address you at today's inaugural Shariah Investing Virtual Conference 2020. I must say this is my first official engagement as Bursa chairman, and truly honored to be here this morning. Today's theme, Shariah Investing and Socially Responsible Investing, meeting at the midway, hopes to raise awareness of the opportunities for Shariah investment to capitalize on the growing popularity of sustainable investing. For the purpose of this morning's keynote address, please allow me to touch on three areas. Firstly, on the value proposition of Shariah investing. Secondly, Shariah investment opportunities at Bursa Malaysia. And third, the potential and future prospects of Shariah investing. Let me start with the value proposition. Shariah compliant investing and socially responsible investing, or sometimes referred to as ethical investing, have been two of the most rapidly growing approaches to investments over the past few decades. While ethical investing is a broad approach that can mean very different things to different people, Shariah investing, on the other hand, is clearly demarcated, regulated, and defined. However, there is a high degree of overlap between the principles of Shariah investing and socially responsible investing, or SRI. As a result, the rise of social consciousness throughout many facets of life and the growth in global environmental, social, and governance, or ESG, investing landscape has resulted in the push for Shariah investing. The similarities between the principles of Shariah and ESG open a wider choice for investors looking for opportunities in a broader socially responsible investment space. There are also undoubtedly benefits to be gained by integrating the values-based orientation of Shariah investing with a greater focus on environmental and social impact. Over the years, values-based and ESG investing have provided comparable returns, and in some cases, better financial returns than conventional investments. And more recently, for all the downside that the COVID-19 pandemic has caused to the market, most ESG investments have outperformed their non-sustainable equivalents. Several research houses have done studies which have shown that companies that integrate ESG in their businesses are not just profitable, but they are also financially sustainable over the long term. In addition, socially responsible investing within the Islamic proposition brings added advantages to the economy and society as a whole. And they include, firstly, reducing uncertainty and leverage levels in the business community. Secondly, maintaining stability by removing businesses based on speculative ends. And third, promoting sustainable businesses and investment activities that entail positive results with stable prospects and the welfare of societies. Now, choosing investment activities anchored on Shariah and characterized by long-term socially responsible perspectives build greater stability and ensures the socio-economic well-being of our nation. And we believe that this will considerably broaden the appeal for Shariah investing. Let me move on to the second part of my keynote address on Shariah investment opportunities at Bursa Malaysia. Malaysia is widely acknowledged as being at the forefront of Islamic finance, taking the lead in promoting socially responsible investment proposition based on its shared values with Islamic finance. Malaysia is the third largest market for global Islamic finance products and the world's largest sukuk issuer. In 2019, we are ranked first in terms of Islamic funds asset under management with 34% of the global market share. And over the years, Bursa Malaysia is proud to firmly establish itself as a global leader for Shariah listing and investments. Our Bursa Malaysia I, which is our end-to-end Shariah compliant investing platform, offers a comprehensive range of exchange-related facilities, including listing, trading, clearing, settlement, and depository services. And supported by 16 Islamic brokers, Bursa Malaysia I offers both faith and ethical-based investors access to a broad spectrum of opportunities listed on Bursa Malaysia. I believe we have progressed a long way, and perhaps let me share some statistics with you. As of May 2020, some 732 or 79% out of 932 listed companies on the stock exchange are already Shariah compliant. The Shariah market capitalization makes up 70% of the total market capitalization of 1.6 trillion ringgit. The average trading value of Shariah compliant securities makes up 70% of the overall average daily value of 2.8 billion ringgit. Two-thirds of the companies on the FTSE for Good Bursa Malaysia Index are both ESG and Shariah compliant. And this index measures the performance of Malaysia's PLCs, demonstrating strong ESG practices and part of our support towards ethical finance. And in addition to that, our Shariah indices have consistently outperformed our conventional counterparts over the last 10 years. So, for example, the FTSE Bursa Malaysia Hijrah Shariah Index, comprising the 30 largest Shariah-compliant companies on FTSE Bursa Malaysia Emas Index, has consistently outperformed the FTSE Bursa Malaysia KLCI, growing by some 32% between 2010 and May 2020. So indeed, these are very significant achievements indeed. And these facts serve to suggest that Shariah-compliant investments are an attractive source of value for investors. Ladies and gentlemen, let me move on to the third part, the long-term potentials and prospects of Shariah investing. Now, to me, the potential for Islamic capital market remains promising, not only in Malaysia, but also internationally. In Malaysia, the Islamic funds industry has demonstrated impressive growth. As of March 2020, Shariah funds of 170 billion ringgit represents 23% of the total industry assets under management. And the Shariah unit trust funds net asset value of 99 billion ringgit also represents some 23% of the overall industry net asset value. Now, the continued promotion by the asset management industry can certainly help contribute towards a greater awareness of Shariah investing to a broader group of investors. The country's Islamic financial sector is expected to sustain double-digit growth to reach almost 3 trillion ringgit in 2020. There are opportunities for further product innovation and development to provide a more extensive array of Shariah-based products for the industry. For example, the real estate has been a significant part of asset allocation in the Islamic world and accounts for some of the largest Shariah-compliant funds. Is in the area of Shariah-compliant financial stocks. To me, currently, there are only 3 financial stocks which are Shariah-compliant out of the 34 financial stocks overall in the market, and that's hardly 9%. And we have companies like Bursa Malaysia, BIMB Holdings, and Syarikat Takaful, with combined market capitalization of less than 18 billion ringgit. So surely there are a lot more prospects to have more Shariah-compliant financial companies to be listed on the stock market. At the same time, the equity market recovery can also help boost Islamic exchange traded funds and capitalize on the growing global popularity of this asset class due to its easy accessibility, low cost diversification, and trading opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, Islamic finance is no longer a domain that caters to Muslims only. Globally, it has grown to be a $2 trillion industry. The Malaysian Islamic capital market indeed has much to offer. It has a resilient financial system and an innovative ecosystem that's accessible globally, as well as supportive government on initiatives that can enhance the country's proposition as a global Islamic finance hub. Bursa Malaysia will continue to develop the Islamic capital market through continued product innovation and the strengthening of the ecosystem to add further depth in our Shariah compliant product and service offerings. And I look forward to hearing the holistic views of Shariah investing from our panelists today. Ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, please allow me to congratulate CGS-CIMB Securities, our co-organizer of this SIVC 2020, on their efforts in educating the public on Shariah investing. This year, one of their initiatives will see the launch of Demi Barakah, or For a Blessing, if you like, a Shariah financial literacy campaign, which will be carried out on their brand new Facebook page. As such, I'm delighted to officially launch the CGS-CIMB Islamic Facebook page for I Trade Islamic. I'm confident that this platform can bring many benefits to investors, and I hope to see more participation in Shariah investing through Bursa Malaysia I. I'm told that the I Trade Islamic page has already garnered some 3,000 likes. So once again, congratulations to CGS-CIMB on this great effort. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the many experts and scholars in the field of Islamic finance who have willingly volunteered to participate in today's virtual conference. Prof. Ashraf, Dr. Daud, Dr. Asnan, Encik Nuraizat, Encik Mustafa Aidil, Dr. Muhammad Iskandar, Helena Fung, Encik Muhammad Damshal, Dr. Majid, Puan Munirah, Encik Najmuddin, Puan Rohaya, Encik Izzat, IBM, and many others. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and expertise with us today. So with that, I wish you all the best in your participation in this conference, and I wish you a very successful and productive and fruitful conference. Thank you. Sekian. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Thank you, Tan Sri Wahid. That was Tan Sri Abdul Wahid Omar, the chairman of Bursa